Welcome to MysteryHQ. For more than a decade, one of the most confusing parts of Black Ops 2 Zombies has been the Navcards and the Navcard Tables. Do you need them for the Easter eggs? Which map's Navcard goes into which table, and why does the game reject your card? And what was the actual point of this whole system? In this video, I'm going to explain everything clearly and tell you how they connect a hidden super Easter egg across Tranzit, Die Rise and Buried. So if this guide answers your questions, consider leaving a like and subscribing for more Zombies content. Let me clear up the biggest misconception first. You do not need to build the Navcard table as a mandatory step for the normal Tranzit Easter egg. And you do not need it as a mandatory step for the normal Buried Easter egg either. But Die Rise is the weird one. On Die Rise, the table must be built, or at least have already been built before, because the Easter egg progression won't work properly otherwise. Now, the real purpose of the Navcards and the tables is to connect the three weakness maps together for Buried's optional endgame. Each table uses a card from a different map, and the order is the following. Transit's card goes into Die Rise's table, Die Rise's Navcard goes into Buried's table, and finally Buried's Navcard goes into Transit's table. Also, just keep in mind all the Easter egg related items, including the cards and the Navcard table parts, only spawn on original difficulty. So if you are on easy mode, none of this matters because the game is not even spawning the proper items. And one more basic rule before we go map by map. You can only hold one Navcard at a time. If you pick up another one, that's going to replace the one you were holding. The card also shows up on your HUD next to your points, so you can always know what you are carrying. So let's start with Transit. The Transit Navcard table is built under the pylon in the cornfield against the fence. If you are struggling to get the prompt, that's normal on this map, because the interaction angle can be a bit annoying. The table is made from 4 parts. The meteorite is always in this hole in the wall outside bus depot. The wooden table can be either in the tunnel between bus depot and the diner near the M16 wall-by, or at the power station. The radio can be in the diner's garage on top of this cabinet, or inside Navcard Tables on this shelf. And finally, the electrical box can be at farm on the wall next to the fridge, or in town near the mystery box spawn next to this dumpster. Once you bring back all the parts to the pylon and you build the Navcard table, it will not accept Transit's Navcard like I said. It wants the Buried Navcard. So if you put the correct Buried Navcard into the table under the pylon, the game gives you the navigation card successfully accepted message and links the map into the cross-map chain. Now, the Transit Navcard itself is near the bus depot behind the building, past the lava in this dumpster area. That card belongs to Die Rise. The Die Rise Navcard table is on the Dragon rooftop under the metal ramp leading up towards the radio tower. This is the map where the table matters for the Easter egg, so even if you do not care about the Navcards yet, this is still the table you have to build. The 4 parts are also on the same rooftop. The wooden table is under the metal walkway next to an air vent. The radio is behind or on the side of the stairs leading down. The meteorite is close to the claymore area on the ground inside this debris. And the electrical box is in this small roof area, often called the Dead Man's Corner, near the separated elevator. Now, for the card, it's inside the PDW room, inside the broken glass display case. This room is a few levels under the original spawn, so not on the Dragon rooftop building. And this card eventually belongs to Buried. Also, when you are trying to insert the Transit Navcard and you see no prompt, that could happen because of 2 things. The power is not turned on, or another player, most likely the host, already inserted the card into the table. Now let's go to Buried, where this whole thing is going to pay off. The Buried table is hidden in a room underneath spawn, and to reach it you need Arthur to break this first fountain in front of the haunted mansion. Then you need to go through the haunted mansion, enter the maze, throw a grenade at this fountain, and after you break it there's going to be a teleporter underneath. Just jump inside it and you are going to enter this small hidden place. Here you can find the first part of the Navcard table, the meteorite near the cabinet. You just have to pick it up and go to this place and build the first part of the table. Then when you go back down to buried, and you either open this door through the barn or use Arthur to smash through the debris, you enter this small hidden section in the corner, and here you can find the wooden plank, the radio and the electrical box, and you need to pick them up one by one and go through the mansion, jump into a teleporter and build the table. Once the table is built, you just have to put inside the Die Rises Navcard, and then we can pick up the buried Navcard, and then we have to go back to Transit. So the buried Navcard itself is in the mansion on a bookshelf, and you can access this area if you go back to the mansion from the maze side. Basically it's in the back section before the broken staircase and the tunnel exit. Now we got to the part that made all this worth doing in the first place. When you complete an Easter egg, you see the map's icon glow either blue or orange on the world map. Blue means Richtofen and orange means Maxis. But if the correct Navcard is inserted on the map, the icon is amplified and emits a radio signal. So on buried, at the back of the courthouse there's a tracker box. This is basically your BO2 Victis progression checker. The 3x4 light grid tracks the 3 Victis Easter eggs for each player. From left to right, the lights represent Transit, Die Rise and Buried. The colors show the side, like I said, orange is Maxis, blue is Richtofen. So if a full row is blue, that player has all 3 Victis Easter eggs done on Richtofen's side. If a full row is orange, that means the player has all 3 Easter eggs done on Maxis' side. And also you have 3 light bulbs on the top of the box. Those track the Navcard links. So if a light bulb is lit, that means the corresponding map has the Navcard table turned on by the correct card. Also there are a few other requirements to open the box. All 4 players, yes you need 4 players, must have completed the Easter egg on Transit, Die Rise and Buried on the same side. And also like I said, all the tables must have been built and inserted with the correct Navcard. And only then if the box is the same color all the way around and the lights on the top are lit, the box is going to open, revealing a button. So if all 4 players qualify for Richtofen's side, pressing the button triggers the Richtofen endgame. The screen going to shake, Richtofen wins the confrontation, and he partially takes over Samuel's body. And as a gameplay reward, the player gets the permanent fire sale for that game, not forever, plus a special mule kick upgrade that lets them carry 4 weapons. If all 4 players qualify for Maxis' side, pressing the button triggers Maxis' endgame. The map fades orange, Maxis overthrows Richtofen, all the zombies' eyes are going to turn orange, and Richtofen's soul is going to send into a random zombie. That special zombie keeps the blue eyes, and killing it drops a power up every time. This is by the way the canon ending, and if you want to learn more about the lore of this super Easter egg, I made a detailed explanation a few years ago. Also, activating any of the endgames resets all the Easter egg progression on the 3 maps and the Navcards in the tables, so players can do them all over again. Also, not many guides mention this, but once one side of the Easter egg has been saved to your profile, that side gets locked until you complete the opposite side. So for example, you cannot do Richtofen's Easter egg twice back to back on any map. If you wanna replay that, you either have to do the endgame or first complete Maxis side so you can do Richtofen's side again. Fortunately, the tables won't need to be built again. If you are playing online and you build them, they are saved to your profile. And that's pretty much it for this video. If this guide was helpful to you, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more zombies content. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you in my next one.